rank of the matrix. This definition is very important. You have to understand very clearly. By using this rank definition, we have to solve the system of linear equations. If you don't know the definition of the rank, we cannot do anything. Many applications are available on this definition. The largest order of non-zero minor is called rank of the matrix. Once again, suppose A is any matrix. The largest order of non-zero minor is called rank of the matrix. Now, I will explain this thing in another way. Suppose a positive number R is said to be, once again, a positive number R is said to be rank of the matrix A if there exists at least one R by R submatrix whose determinant is not 0 and every higher order determinants are zeros. Once again, a positive number R, small r, is said to be rank of the matrix A if there exists at least one R by R submatrix whose determinant is not 0 and every higher order determinant is 0. Now, this is the definition of the rank of the matrix. Meaning of this one I will explain you. Suppose A is a 3 by 3 matrix. If you want to calculate the rank of this matrix by using this definition, directly you calculate the determinant of A of order 3 by 3. If determinant is not equal to 0, then we can say that rank of A is 3. Suppose if determinant of A equal to 0, then go for 2 by 2 submatrix. Determinant of 2 by 2 submatrix. What is submatrix? Delete any row or column. The remaining matrix is nothing but submatrix. Delete any row or any column, your wish, or both you can delete. Then the remaining matrix is nothing but submatrix. Now, if determinant of A of order 3 by 3 is not equal to 0, rank of A is 3. Over. Problem is over. If determinant of A equal to 0 of order 3 by 3, then you consider 2 by 2 submatrices. How many exist? Many, whatever it may be. Take all 2 by 2 submatrices. You calculate the determinant of all 2 by 2 submatrices. If at least one 2 by 2 submatrix determinant whose determinant is not 0, then directly rank of A is 2. Rank of A is 2. If in this also all 2 by 2 matrices are zeros, determinant of all 2 by 2 matrices are zeros, then directly you can write rank of A is 1. Rank of A is 1 if A is non-singular matrix. If A is non-singular matrix. If means you should not contain all elements as zeros. This is the definition of the rank of the matrix. That only I explained you. R is the rank of the matrix if there exists at least one R by R submatrix whose determinant is not 0 and every higher order determinants are zeros. Means if A is 3 by 3 matrix, if the rank of A is 2, then determinant of 2 by 2 is not 0. Means determinant of A of order 3 by 3 is 0. Means like that you have to understand. This is the definition of the rank of the matrix. Rank of A is denoted by, we write rank A or rank of A. This is the notation. Now some properties are available here. First property, rank of null matrix is 0. If any matrix containing all elements as zeros, then that is nothing but null matrix. Rank of that null matrix is 0. Second property, rank of A is greater than or equal to 1 when A is non-zero matrix. Rank of A is more than or equal to 1. Rank may be 1 or 2 or 3, whatever it may be, it depends on the order of the matrix. When A is non-zero matrix, means if at least one element is non-zero, then that matrix is nothing but non-zero matrix. Then for that matrix, rank is more than or equal to 1. Next definition, next property. If A is any matrix of order m by n, means m rows and n columns. If A is any matrix of order m by n, m rows and columns, then rank of A is less than or equal to minimum of m comma n. This is important, very important property. Now, for example, A is a matrix of order 3 by 2. 3 rows are there and columns are, means I told you the definition, determinant. If you want to calculate the determinant always it is possible for square matrices only. Means rank of A is less than or equal to minimum of 3 comma 2. Minimum of 3 comma 2 is 2. Minimum of 3 comma 2 is 2. Means rank may be 2 or rank may be 1. Suppose if the matrix is of order 3 by 4, means rank of A is less than or equal to minimum of 3 comma 4. Means minimum of 3 comma 4 is 3. Rank may be 3 or 2 or 1. This is the property. Next property, suppose rank of A equal to n, then determinant of A of order n by n which is not equal to 0. Suppose rank of A equal to 3 means you have to understand determinant of A of order 3 by 3 is not equal to 0. Now last property, rank of identity matrix. Identity matrix IN is n. Rank of identity matrix of order 3 by 3, like that. These are the important properties. Example, I am writing here A equal to 1, 2, 3, first row. Second row 3, 4, 5. Third row 4, 5, 6. You calculate the determinant. Determinant of A is not equal to 0. You can check it. Therefore, rank of A equal to 3. This is nothing but rank of the matrix. Now, the next important topic, row echelon form or just echelon form. Row echelon form, a matrix. For what purpose we will use this row echelon form? Every time, suppose if it is 10 by 10 matrix is available, means if the for that 10 by 10 matrix, if the rank of A is 3, means how many determinants we have to calculate? Determinant of A of order 10 by 10, 9 by 9, 8 by 8, it is very lengthy procedure. Instead of that one, we are using one new technique to calculate the rank of the matrix. That method name is row echelon form or echelon form. A matrix is said to be in echelon form if the number of zeros before the first non-zero element is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. Number of such zeros in the next row. Once again, a matrix is said to be in echelon form if the number of zeros before the first non-zero element is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. I will give the example, means I will explain the technique here. Now I have taken one 4 by 4 matrix, means 4 rows, 4 columns. Now I am not writing any element here, just I am writing with into symbol. First row 4 elements I have taken, second row 4 elements I have taken, in the third row again 4 elements, in the fourth row also 4 elements. Now I will apply that definition for this matrix. If you want to see this matrix into echelon form, means the second row first element should be 0. Third row first 2 elements zeros. In the fourth row first 3 elements are zeros. First 3 elements are zeros. Now observe this one. Second row first element. Third row first 2 elements. In the fourth row first 3 elements are zeros. Means observe the second row. Number of zeros before the first non-zero element is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. Now that matrix is into echelon form. Now the technique is, if you want to convert into that form, then mainly you have to use principal diagonal elements. Once again, I am taking the same matrix 4 by 4, 4 elements. Just I am writing into 4 elements. Second row 4 elements, third row 4 elements, fourth row 4 elements. Now means if you want to convert this matrix into above echelon form, then the technique is using the first row first column element. Use the only principal diagonal elements. Means first row first column element, using the first principal diagonal element. Make below elements as zeros. Make below elements as zeros using the first diagonal element, first principal diagonal element, by using row operations only, no column operations. That's why the method name is row echelon form. Now after complete, this is the first step. In the next step, now using the second principal diagonal element, make below elements as zeros using row operations. Again, using the third principal diagonal element, make below elements as zeros by using row operations. Then after converting into echelon form, the number of non-zero independent rows is called rank of the matrix. Here I am using independent rows. Suppose one row is like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. First row I am writing here. The one row is there like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next row, if it is 3, 6, 3, 3 is a 9, next 4, 3 is a 12. Means 3, 6, 9, 12. Means it is the second, whatever I am writing, that row is multiple of the 3 into second, the same row. 3 into another row. Therefore, these two rows are nothing but dependent row. So the next row depends on the first row. Means this type of, if you observe this type of rows, then you have to take only one row. You have to consider only one independent row. That I explained in the problem. Don't worry. While solving the problems, we can understand. Now this is nothing but echelon form.